Well, the summer's coming to a close, and so is the Frequency Bone Summer Music Connection, too. I hope that this summer's title, A Great Opportunity for Improvement, people took seriously. And to realize that actually every moment is an opportunity. That's one of the great gifts about repetition. It offers us a different chance, even a different chance to see what we keep doing wrong, a different chance to see the repeat performances of things that we really don't need to see the reruns of anymore. And in that conscious moment, there's an opening. There's an opening to make even a small adjustment. A small adjustment can lead to very big change. An adjustment in our attitude can make a giant change. And I'll tell you, the older I get, the clearer that is. You know, many times people talk, well, on a good day I can do this. And, on a bad day I can't do that. Well, those different days, it's interesting to see our attitude at play. It's interesting to see where is the opportunity for improvement on those so-called bad days. All of those days are necessary. Because I'll tell you, think about it as a brass player. How many of those good or great days that you had did you really end up taking advantage of it? And wrecking your face for a week? Wow, today I can hit all those high notes. I'm going to play all those high, loud excerpts over and over again. Yay, 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 and wake up the next day like... So maybe the opportunity in those good days is to not abuse them. And on those so-called bad days, to actually have the discipline to do what your body and mind and emotions need to do. And you can say, but I have all this stuff and it's right before an audition. Well, excellent. Do you think the day of your audition or the day of your solo performance, all the stars are going to be lined up just right and you're going to have your good dinner and you're going to get a good nap and all these things are naturally going to go that way? Not all the time. I can tell you from playing hundreds and hundreds of different concerts that things don't work out quite that smoothly all the time. And it's in those moments, maybe you have to be a little older, but it's in those moments you realize, here's an opportunity. Life happens in spite of ourselves. But the important thing is to still have a plan. It's like every day if you walk down a path to exercise, to run or to jog, or to just be out and feel some fresher air, see some clouds and some birds and some trees. And it's the same path every day. Are you necessarily walking the same speed every day? Is the nature of your thought and the state of your emotions the same every day? I bet not. You might have some real core values in yourself that are the same every day. But not everything is the same. Is the weather the same every day on that walk? No. So changes and differences are a natural part of life, and of course it's going to be a natural part of playing. So some days when you have this whole plan figured out, and you want to start with some arbans and go to Rochou, and then go to some top tones for the trumpeter, and then play down a very difficult solo, and then maybe about 10 excerpts and all this stuff. Maybe some days your body doesn't want to do that. Maybe some days your mind does not want to do that. And this is where you have to be really the pilot of your own ship, the captain of your own ship. Very important. If it's a little bumpy out there, you might have to slow down. Maybe your warm-up that takes 20 minutes takes 30 or 45. I remember at certain times when I would get myself really wrapped up in a knot, to really feel like I was warmed up and unkinked and all that could take 2 hours. It was kind of an extreme circumstance, but I let it happen. Played a note. I rested for a minute sometimes after each note. And at the end of that 2 hours, I could last the whole day. So, important to be with what is happening at the moment and be open to making a slight course direction. So we have the planned in life, and we have the unplanned, the known and the unknown. And this is something that happens as a musician, in our practicing, in our performance. To think that a performance has to be the same each time, that really kills the life of the piece. I mean, since I started talking to you on this video, the planet itself is thousands of miles away from where it was. Not only the planet, but the solar system, the galaxy, the supercluster of galaxies we're a part of. I mean, I know that might sound very abstract to a lot of people, but that's a fact. That's a scientific fact. So, in wanting to improve, have an attitude that takes in a fuller scope, that is more organic. You'll have less frustration, and you'll be able to find those cracks of opportunity to improve. Find different modes of connection. What is your tone color that day? Hey, is it more technique or muscle one day or another? And these are the subtle little things that start to happen when we actually have a plan that we implement on a regular basis. So I wish all of you all the best. If you have any questions or comments about the blog, but questions too, things you need clarification on, or things that you've discovered, please, I encourage you to write in. I'll be putting up lots of blogs, okay? As a matter of fact, tomorrow I leave for Venezuela to work with the trombonists in the El Sistema program. That should be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll have I'm sure I'll have some blogs about that and some updates from Venezuela. So stay tuned. Hope you're all well. Take in the scope and the full living life of what music can be for you. Be brave in the midst of sometimes a time that wants us to really kind of narrow things down. See if you can find that balance where you can still keep the magic of what got you into music in the first place. Be well.